ngambeka kanjalo Priestess Blvck. She unveils. She's stylish.
Okay.
Stylish ngendlela yakhe and nawuthandza ke ukuxhumana nemiva yakho nomuntu. It's easy to emotionally relate to Priestess Blvck ngoba ngiyathinza ngato tonke tinhlangothi tempilo. You know, and I think it's very important ngisaphila ngiyisha, you know, to contribute that as Priestess Blvck to say sikhona man, you know, things happen impilo uyasendekela sonke and it's unfolding, you know, and we can talk about what's happening in a nice stylish way. In a very nice stylish way.
Ngiyajabula ngoba ulamsakatweni ukubona kwami konke lokuhlanganisa magama ngabe kubhala kusho ukuthi ngisho ukuthi uyi-writer uyakhuluma ngumsakati uyi-voice over artist uyi-poet uyi-emcee so kule space se-art ne-entertainment yini lo kwendako?
Just about anything and everything. Just about everything and anything. Luthando lwami lokuqala lolujulile nalonabile kubhala. I just am in love deeply with sharing my emotions and expressions through writing. And ngathi uNkulunkulu nje wangipha leso sipho sokuhlangana nemiva yami. You know, and I can articulate my emotions very well, and even better, lesiswati, you know. So I write, I recite. I love doing videos now, guys. Ngifisa kuba production manager. I want to do video directions. But I also have found a new love in rapping. You know. It's so fun.
Ngiyo bengishilo ukuthi sokuhambisana nemagama ubhizi ngakho. Ngifuna singene la kule ndzaba yale ngondo sokhulumana ngale EP. Mina bosonkondlo ngibathole esikolweni makufundwa then labanye ngibonela abangenisa ikhulu. Masakhula la uyithatha wena ipoetry.
It's strictly from a very funny moment growing up. Ungakwati ukubhala nekufunda. You know. I was one of those kids at first, very early ages. I had so many nicknames. It's always been proving to myself that I am not how you define me. So I learned how to write. My heart gravitated towards poetry. And I loved reading books. This is Swati, you know. It was to prove that I can actually learn this language. Meanwhile, I actually know my own language very well. This is what Sami, and I can learn another language and not master it, but to prove to myself that
Kukhuluma ngema language njengoba usawuthashile kubuya okay title yale EP but title yale poet noma le poem lele ngicala ngayo lapha kuna god damn good ukhuluma Sitsonga kuna mandreymex ukhuluma Swati njengoba ukhuluma ngema language ifeature le team yanamuhla ngimfundisi mara ngimfundisi wokugcina ngiyagcina la so uma ufuna kunikela utonikela nyalo ngiva umthandazo lapha sitshele ngale nkondlo le
it kuyafana nalo moya wanamuhla. It was about a conversation that sparked for me thinking of the Holy Trinity.
Yes.
And I thought if kungaqhamuka umuntu nje mhlambe longati lutho from any planet and said to me, what is God? Ngibani uNkulunkulu kuwe? You know. And for me it was meeting myself as a god and other gods, and that's Tsonga. You know? What would a Tsonga female god sound like? And then the Swati macho man. You know, Nyabumba. Mandreymex. Ngulungulu wakwenda kwahlangana man. Lelo langa sonke sabe sikhona sangena studio and I finished. I think sonke sabhala on the spot. If I'm not mistaken. We all wrote on the spot ngekuhlangana kwethu. And I hope kukhona umuntu lotawuthinzeka lapho nalapho akhona khona to say noma ngabe ukusiphi isimo uNkulunkulu waNkulunkulu
Phenza futhi ngilokhona
uNkulunkulu waNkulunkulu
mina ngiNkulunkulu waNkulunkulu nalolalela uNkulunkulu waNkulunkulu
nalolale kanjalo asingadehlukanisi nemoya wokukhanya singadehlukanisi naNkulunkulu because the very breath we breathe in our lungs is the essence of what and who God is. Siyamgijimisa thina simfuna le nale nale ula.
Okay, sizatokhuluma ngaNkulunkulu but nyalo ngifuna sikhulume ngebuhle bakho mina ngibukene nabo la ngoba ula msakadweni batayibona mhlambe le video mangitoba pha lapha unamavundla.
Another great and favorite of mine from the project. Buhle bakho, again for me, mangabuka ke kulesikhathi libengiso nangibhala, and during this whole project I was in a spiritual evolution. I was trying to center myself. And it was a way, nakangathi uNkulunkulu, sekushayile, sesikhathi. You know, how would I describe God to my children? How would I describe God to anyone? Buhle bakhe buyababateka. You know, I can't really tell you. Mangithi buyababateka usinve mahlombe. You know, bakubuka bavale emehlo batsheliwe ngawe. But konke, it is unexplainable. Ngiyawuva nje nalo moya wabo uyangingama ngoba besilalela. It's and then one day after recording, the magician, I call him the ghost, the magician Gagu says, I know a person that could put together this whole thing and make it what it is. And ngiyakhumbula angathi besiyodlala performer at another radio station. And we met for the first time with Mavundla, and I'd always wanted to meet him. I met him for like 30 minutes and he just played away the most beautiful thing, and Lipimbo, the vocals, everything just fit in. I believe in timings. Kati Sangulungulu is the right one. We have no control over anything, and Buhle Bako for me is a confirmation of that.
Mavundla ufike wavundla kule ngoma
wavundla wenaba wajula.
Bengisolo kunika ukhuluma just ngenta ngathi ngiyandlula. Sekhona le ngikutholile le bengifuna ukuva la. Asiqale mabomu ekuqaleni. Kubuya uthi bofuna ukuthola uNkulunkulu noma bangamdescribe kanjani?
Yes, it was a callback to myself. Kumbula njengoba bengishito ukuthi uNkulunkulu is here. uNkulunkulu waNkulunkulu. It was a callback to say, wake up, African black woman. Buya.
Then kubuhle bakho somtholile uNkulunkulu sochaza lobuhle bakhe somnanatela. Because ngento esho ukuthi ngikwekele mabomu lokuthi uhambe naye lento sengibese ngayithola nyalo ngangifike ngayo kukusukela mabomu but nyalo wathi into ngathi sethi change mawuthi bo ku spiritual journey angisho ukuthi iya deep nani uyabona because ngilokuchaza ngiyibutiswa yini le question angisukele bom rap fano ukukhuluma noma ngani lebayifunako angeke kuvame ukuthola kubo sonkondlo lo akwendeki ngibabitile beta khona la akuvami ukuthi umuntu akhulume noma ngani nje timsuke angathi ukuthi ipoem niyithatha ani manje nisuke kude ngiyacabanga no freestyle kude ku
poetry. No, they're very talented people that can freestyle in poetry Nkosi yami. Yenabile it's umdlalo wemagama. You know, it's just the linkage. I think bakhona. I don't know. Poetry is sophisticated. I'm sorry, rappers, I love you. But poetry is sophisticated. Just even ngendlela ubalangayo. Yes.
Okay, lesikhathi ngibuda le question beyila kule spiritual journey sitokhona kweca kahle njengoba sesemhlobise waba muhle umdali so asikhulume le spiritual journey. Khuluma.
Hey, angiyethule. Njengoba bese ngichazile phambilini. Yintombathana. I'm a Nguni girl,
Yeah.
Swati, and setalwa netipotato.
Okay. Yep.
Sibantu, and I'm deep rooted in my African roots.
Yeah.
Kunetinto letendakalayo empilweni umuntu lomnyama lesingakavami ukutibona ke mhlambe kulabanye bantu or ubuntu nebuve bebantu.
Yeah.
And siyakhula, So when I talk about a spiritual journey, as umnguni lomnyama shongo ngimanzi ebambulunye, kunemigomo nemilandzelo nemibandzela lekumele ngiphile ngayo ngoba sipho sami asifani nesalomunye.
Okay.
It's almost like ulkhabish.
Yeah.
Every time uyahlephula nje kancane uyavula uyahlephula, and you discover and uncover yourself. Kuba naloko ukuthi it's so painful and miserable and very chaotic because konke lokho kwendeka phambi kwabantu.
Yeah.
It's like, that dream. I don't know if other people have this dream where you are releasing yourself in public and it's so shameful. And I feel like life is really like that. You're vulnerable.
Yeah.
You're vulnerable. To even do poetry nje ukuthi ngithi hey madoda asengibhali ngibamba umbhobho and share imibono ya who am I? Speck of sand. But ngiva nginale nhloso nale ngawuthini lo mlayeto wokuthunywa ukuthi share your part.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can do. Just share my part.
Kule ngoma le ngifuna ukukhuluma ngayo uyishareile iphathi yakho ke wakhuluma. Awukadlali ukhulumile la bengisakutshela ukuthi khona la bengijabule khona ngise ngiyakuvotela ngathi so ukhuluma njani manje?
Sekwecela.
Angicale ku bese kuwezini mama poetry. La ufike wakhuluma khona lapho futhi wazivusela nje kahle sakujabulela usaya stage wadlala lolo khuluma la angathi kude la ungashiyi khona ngoba ungena nasemakhaya ukhuluma ngawo wonke umuntu ngendlela angathi kumbe ngimi ngendlela ngikulandzelise ngayo ukuthi uqale ukhulume ngemuntu uvetele ubuhle bakhe nyalo sowuveta lobubi lobumosha lo muntu lo ngale lobuhle bakhe. Yini le inspire le poem le ikhuluma?
It's lokuba naleli phimbo.
Yeah.
Again, lokuba naleli phimbo and lokusinva lokuthi you have been given something.
Yeah.
Angeke ngiyeke libole. Khuluma is to speak out ukuthi nalona mhlambe longenalo liphimbo.
Yeah.
Atithole sekavakele nayo through my words. And then I touch on a vast of things: corruption, GBV, konke. I try to compress it because impilo lekhona lesiyiphilayo with different people, and ngibusisiwe kakhulu empilweni yami to have labantu lenginabo.
Yeah.
Lengiphila nabo eceleni kwami. I get to share so much experiences, quality life experiences, even the not so good ones, but ngiyakhona kuphilisana nabo, and in so many ways they inspire me to write about some of the things. I know it sounds like I'm a snitch, but I'm not a snitch. I'm sharing our struggles.
Yeah.
And ngikhona ngiphambi kwembhobho.
Yeah.
You better speak. Khuluma. Let's say your piece and stand on business. Khuluma.
Yeah. Besa khuluma ngala ma poem lawa masibuya sto ngena ku journey yakho ye poetry sive ukuthi injani le industry ngikuphi la uhambe khona wandlula khona. Ngifuna kuvala ngana question before siyeta itolo ngoba ngiva ingoma la so nami ngifuna kuyidlala badoyiva nayo le ngoma le ngifuna kuyidlala la. Ngithe nihlukile kuna labanye labendalo umunye umculo asisho njalo why mangikhuluma ngale lona ikhuluma ngabe bekungilabanye bengingasho ukuthi okay bafuna ukukhankasela amavoti so batogceka labanye ukuthi nina anendi 1 2 3 1 2 3 mabe bekubafundisi njengami njengoba ngimfundisi namuhla bengitogceka sindu ngithi sindu asendi lokubonke bayagceka awugceki la uveta thinking athi that's why ngithi nihlukile so utawuphendulela onke ama-poet usenkingeni ke la
Yebo.
umbonile nemdali ke wena uyabhathi nebuhle bakhe now i-question yami nithunyiwe nonke ama-poet nyana nithunyiwe nithi kuwendani la emhlabeni niqhamuka because kunento le ngifuna khona le ngifuna uku-understanda ngiko ngithi animani nibhale animani nibhale so ngiko nokubuza ukuthi yini le inspire le message because yes ngabe simine bo political party ngabe uyakhankasa mangabe bungumfundisi usho ukuthi okay laba benda lokuphi nani but lo kuveta la umatima ngoba nami bengijabulile ukuthi ha batshele labo make le watchinja watshela abo baba so nithunyiwe ungakhulumela wedwana or nema peers akho ngoba bakhona la bathathu lababili bonabo lapha kwenakalani
ngidayibeka ngemehlwana ami ungakubita ngekuthunywa njengoba bese ngishilo but it's my part it's my piece lekathi uNkulunkulu go and fulfill your purpose ngalendlela lena because even nababe mhlambe lo sebenza ngaphandle lojubatshani that could be just his piece you know his contribution to the environment uyakubona so singakubita ngekuthi kuba sithunywa semlayeto yes ngoba usebenzisa leliphimbo sekuba ke nalokuhlakanipha nokukhula kwamagama kwasebenzisa but sonke sithunywe ngendlela tethu sonke sithunywe ngendlela tethu we just so happen ukuthi sithanda umbhobho sithanda umbhobho and futhi nawo uyasibita and nalomlayeto awukhoni lokuhlala nawe it's an outlet
yabona noma bengamadi ukuthi yini esonkondlo namhla unikete i-description yazo yakhe I mean ukuthi nithi thunywa demilayeto kuphi FM 104.1 the pumping beat of Vilakazi ihlelo iBombCitySoundz ngiva ingoma maye nami ngifuna ukuvisa yona naye ijane la msakadeni mfahlo hlakaniphile kuphi FM 104.1 the pumping beat of Vilakazi ihlelo iBombCitySoundz lakhe libito ke Priestess Black bose ukhuluma wedwana ke la nami ngiyamuva ke lo uNkulunkulu lebukhala ngaye sothi tholile uticela wena ke la ngithi mina sekudzeni silundu ngoba kwendeke njani mina ngibadla abantu abazala abaflow pub straight ngiyokhuluma nabo lemathuneni angeke ngisakhona bathi mabahambisa lelive okay benda bundu ngoba babantu bathe sitawuhlala nebantu bangesheya mara mina ngathi ukuthi lamasiko abese ahamba njani ayangesheya kwasala thini la ngoba sala sezungile so sekudzene nosimani sakha so ngiyacabanga lesikhathi bantshela ukuthi titukulwane titukulwane nawe sekuyova titukulwane takho lo kuna
ngiyethemba titukulwane tive ngoba umgcoka lomlayeto that is part of culture history yethu as southern black people I guess but as Africans as well because there's been a lot of utfunjwa and I strongly believe wenganywa utfunjwa ingqondo is one of the biggest weapons on humanity. Ifunjwe ibanjwe ingqondo yakho. Somebody stealing your brain for you. Awusatiboni awutati. Hence Buya, come back to yourself. Kumqoka uhambisa umlayeto. It's I hope that's all I want at the end of the day. When we started this project, my number one aim was for it to be a classic Siswati poetry album. EP / And I hope 50 years, not even 10, 50 years down the line, bantu bethu basengayilalela and resonate and know ukuthi singemaswati and siphile njani and what are our experiences.
Yeah, washo bralo wasinanglo mswati yofika emelika raphe ngesiswati. Ayibona?
Siwa sibahlaba ngesigozwana.
Asicaleke sesibuka ijeni yakho yepoetry because masingahamba leli hambo leli angathi ukuthi sitawufika ngoba basengendiwa lutho angathi ngikuphi lapho ukhuluma ngenkungu khona so yeah so hey lenkungu isengakhweshi la then bakuhleka bangani ukuthi awukhona ukubhala ukwata kabi kanti ukwatela kuya indlela le right ufunza kubhala vele ngifuna ukucinzetela ukuthi ukubhala awukhona awukakhona ukubhala kwasesikoleni khona ukubhala naku sobhala ama-poem nyana lokho nekubhala la seyisuka kanjani ukuthi okay angisale ngiba artist nyalo ngibe umuntu lo performa ngiba imbongi ifika kanjani
it's vast but ngayicala kulihlangothi nje lelisecaca it was an idea from under a tree
yes
I had books. I still have some of my books, you know.
Yeah.
Training myself ngibhala. And then one day poet.
Yeah.
And at that time ngangingadi ukuthi ucabangani but so wangixoxela ke ngaphambili ukuthi in his mind
yeah.
What is she talking about? But I love to give credit to all my literature teachers throughout ngoba there's Mrs. Makoto Epicon, Mrs. Lajwago Eswatini, both English and Swati. They took an interest in my writing. He says in content, they would call me, trying to figure what it is I was trying to express here. And even though sometimes it was broken English or whatever, but you could get the idea of what I was doing. So I had written a lot. It was time, you know. And fortunately or unfortunately, it was during COVID. You know, it's and people had time and they were available. And I told.
So when I looked down, I looked at my buin. Up down here.
Young fast. Yeah, in Kantla. Meaning this is what I want to do. I see. Hey, I think in Ramadan. Buya kusasa ni mapuga mina nigumpopo and go away. And the very first ever poem that I wrote and recorded in studio was what is the title again? I'm Just a Girl.
What means?
Weeping Souls. Weeping Souls. I know my catalog is not that long, but my mind. It was Weeping Souls.
Yeah.
And for me, it was resonating with what was happening. During COVID, we all know there was a lot of loss. People were in.
Yeah.
And Weeping Souls was me to say, I'm just a girl roaming around, you know, trying to find my space. And it was the most sweetest melodic thing I think I did, and it was the most beautiful way I came into poetry. And mind you, having only that poem out, and also having been one of the first this side, Ngala Ekaya, to mix poetry with music.
Yeah.
I was like, I like this. I could listen to it. Was sort of also a mantra to myself.
Yeah.
You know. Meditate, you know, and I sent it to a lot of friends and people. We never officially released Weeping Souls. So it was just like, send it to your friends, you know, highlight, follow us. And by Mugela, and I was like, I think I'm going to stick with Lumgamlo.
Yeah.
We are going somewhere. Even though but I had to prove that look
yeah. Ngaphandle kwalomngamlo stick naye bakhona lewo ubukele kubo mhlambe ama poet nama poetess yeah
It was all an idea.
Yeah.
I didn't even really go to poetry shows.
Yeah.
You know. And then we did Weeping Souls.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I think Lomgam Wailalela Menzi.
Yeah.
And Menzi was able to hear. And Menzi recommended me
Yeah.
then to Poets Cafe.
Yeah.
And that's how my poetry world literally began.
Yeah.
Coming from a corner in your room and thinking, I can do this.
Yeah.
I can do this. And then they say, here's center stage.
Yeah.
This is Poets Cafe where you meet some of the best
Yeah.
poets in the world.
Yeah.
And actually, the actual truth is that's actually where Buya came from.
Yeah.
Because I was like, yeah. I have to come in my own way, and the best way I know how is Lumram.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was my introduction to poetry.
Then sekwentekile ke wahambela ndzawo letinyenti uye emisakatweni uye kuma event so usokhiphile nyalo ke injani le journey, are you happy?
I am grateful, I am joyful.
Yeah.
Happiness comes,
Yeah.
But ngekhathi ngidawuthi umoya wami unekuthula nekuhlaliseka.
Yeah.
Because angeke sengikhone nokukudwebela yona or ngikupendele yona ngimibala how satisfying it is ukuguquka need ubuke kancane emuva and be like, I took a step.
Yeah.
And now there's like 20 steps.
Yeah.
Nesifundi sami sesishintshile besimeka left nyalo sesika right. It's changing. I'm very blessed. Ngibusisekile kakhulu, and I always say that for the people that I have. For an ambitious sort of girl to be given the platform and be around great people, I am very joyful. I'm very joyful.
I-industry yenu injani? Ungayiqala la khaya uye ngaphandle mawufuna kuya lapha ngigcine okay ngibona i-Word and Sound nginale competition lengiyibukele online. Ngasho ngathi hey kumnanzi la ngakhala kulomunye ukuthi mina ngiva ngasi niyasroba bona ama-artist angasaroba nina nifike nikhulume 5 minutes stage lo 5 minutes niyakala ukuthi ngathi ngeminute leyi 100 rand seniphuma nabo 500 just nga 5. So injani industry yenu ungayiqala khona la sifundeni sethu la khaya? Ikhona kuyaphileka.
There's an industry again. Nami ngisaqathida.
Yeah.
I'm still a kid in the industry. There is an industry that I have been introduced to because now it's no longer just the passion yokubhala.
Yeah.
There's business involved in it. Again, blessed having been sheltered by Bambulese Bapilegiyo for more than a decade.
Yeah.
They've been in it, they know what to do and how to do it. So Mbusisekile and again sheltered and spoiled that bangvigele some of the things from the industry, in terms of okay, this is how you do business.
Yeah.
Register samro, and they pretty much
Yeah.
and I'm very grateful for that. But I also acknowledge it's not like that for other artists.
Yeah.
Akfani, and there's still a lot to be taught, and there's still a lot to be learned by us as an artist in the industry, because
Yeah.
There's a lot that you need to unpack within that, and it's the business side. Then maybe you can say you are in the industry. Otherwise, if there's no structure, I feel like just do your thing and don't even try to involve other people. It's your pie.
Yeah.
Why would you want to give away pieces from your own pie? Do your own thing. Don't be pressured, unless obviously you are doing it for a certain type of reaction and maybe attention, fame. Whatever the reason is, just build the right structure for you.
Kuna ebekho i-signature yakho kumbe wasephini ngoba ngeze ngisho ngikuthi so ngijabulisa uma ukhuluma nyalo uma uthi bese so ngiva noma ngikhuluma nawe kuvela lamagama la lethi ngodle
There's actually a lot. Hebeko is a very good exclamation, yes, Swati.
Yeah.
Yemagi in Samba.
Yeah.
But lalela. I like to say lalela a lot.
Yeah.
What else? Spirit couture.
Yeah.
Great question, by the way, because now I can actually say to people that Priestess Black is coming out with merch, and that goes from t-shirts to fashion itself, because I am also in the fashion world. So some of those things that you want in Tembatsile sengtigqokile, lalela.
Okay, some of those things lesitokhuluma ngato mase sibuya sivala sidonsa yokugcina utosichazela ngayo nayi.
This is my favorite.
Sine-problem kule industry esifundeni sethu salampumalanga sana Priestess Black. Bengimene bengikhulume ngokuthi kimi lo hamba nako magama, it's either uyawakhuluma noma uyawabhala, ukhulume ngemesh. Ngikuve akusikhaya lo, ngikuve ufunza kakhulu titori, uba ma voice over la kule titori. Kwendekani lapho kule journey le?
Oh, okay. What was that? That was a challenge.
Yeah.
Again, I have been sheltered, and at some point people get tired.
Yeah.
So record. They was go buy a mic, record yourself. So I went and checked out myself a pretty decent mic, and I was like, what's the first thing that I would do, like, to create as a brand? Because I know very well I'm in a niche space.
Yeah.
Priestess Black is just, So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I would pick stories sometimes from different books.
Yeah.
Basically, narrate and Siswati. Sometimes I would write and act it out, because like one thing about my bonagu.
Yeah.
And I'm developing all those things.
Yeah.
It's me always exploring.
Yeah.
Angithandi kuhlala ngitigoce ngiva ngathi ngiyabola nalengqondo iba stagnant. I like to explore new things. Noma ngabe ti-scary kangakanani,
Yeah. No, kuloma bona kuzotovela kulabane explore. It's fine. Uke wasebenza emsakatweni, ngikubonile bakubita nangoDecember kulomunye umsakato. Ngifuna kuva ukuthi le experience yalapha emsakatweni, because boba netungqoqo lefana naleti ikuncedile. Ngeke ngakubona ngasibo songena ku journey podcast. Yeah.
Being on radio was again such a random thing. But I took it with both hands. I went in because, again, it's still part of Latin Volunteerzanza, naling sazama gutifunza, ngihlephule lapha nalapha. I did radio with one of the stations for 1 year and a half.
Yeah.
Started with a hip hop show. I guess that's also where a lot of the inspiration for hip hop came from.
Yeah.
And also to sharpen kulola leliphimbo.
Yeah.
Lijwayele nalombhobho, lijwayele nekhuluma nebandlu and be confident. Kuluma, So that was radio for me. I took that with both hands, and then there were these opportunities where, again, lababonako, labanemehlo, nalaba understandako le purpose and take upon the responsibility to help express it. But ngoba uyathanda ukukhuluma, you can do shows. Sikufaka ukukhuluma, sikushoot camera. And that's how the podcasting thing maybe was coming about, Lo munye umuntu bangagcina asho ukuthi, she does this and that. And I think that's also important, because ngizama ukutitfola nami as an artist, and some of it, you do it and it was good. It was good. Ngifundile something from it, and I hope somebody is inspired from that experience of mine. But umsakato ngiyawuthanda kakhulu, and hopefully one day ngingabamba nje slot kuthiwe nangu Priestess Black,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usihighlight-e nge-match, ngifuna ukukhuluma ngento le beyihambisana ne-match. Uma ufika la, angisisho ukuthi bone organization, but wafike unceda abantwana besikolo ngeticathulo, i-organization yakho. And beyingakadumi kangako lento yecathulo sengiyibona vele seyitayelekile nyalo. So lokhu kuvela because lokhu akuhambisani nokuba artist yaqala njani. We never had a chance ukuthi sikhulume ngalo. Yeah.
SLB Foundation is the brainchild of rather the director of the foundation.
Yeah.
It was just I noticed from wherever I was, and I was like, ngiyafisa ukuthi nami ngingapha, ngingalula sandla, and only to get ukuthi sizogcina sesihlala sicoca, and we figured ukuthi okay, this is what I can bring to the table, and part of doing what I'm doing as an artist is giving to the community. It's me pouring my love, my own way of love, and I'm sorry to even say the word scatfulo. As black kids, we understand we are what you know, and shoes are so important in our modern society. That's in but I mean, I'm realistic about our timeline.
Yeah, no, you
know, and we talk so much about good quality education, and part of that is starting with the confidence of the child. Right.
Yeah.
And also, we got together and I became one of the other directors in the foundation, and we did a lot of donations. Actually, I can put it out online for Wonga Umuvulolale. We have around 5 pairs of school shoes to give away. Please, ngawushiyake ema-sizes ku-Prince. For any child of nemfana lomatiko ungashiyake umlayeto, and Prince utakuchumanisa.
Indombatana noma mfana kuyafana?
Yeah, girls and boys.
Yeah.
Yes, girls and boys. Ngawushiya ema-sizes, and then batawuchumana nawe, then you'll be able to.
Yini lesiku-expectako yini lokulandzela kwa-Priestess Black? Because ngibone I think snippet, a short video lekhona, trailer. The sound lengiva la ngiyayifananisa le. Na so kwenzakalani?
Hip hop.
Yeah.
Hip hop is happening. I'm falling in love with hip hop. I always have for the longest of time. You know, they go for bar. So many people have helped. I once took a class.
Yeah,
to go rap with C-Dot.
Yeah.
Long and how to spit and rhyme.
Yeah.
And I felt like this could be the time, Priestess Black, to venture into that. You know, I've done what I could with Buya. It's time for me to explore in BombCitySoundz. You know, from Linjuele to Nguku, you know. Hopefully one day a big bird. Now it's gonna happen. I'm coming back into fashion because Kona Bangati, just as Sasha, not even Priestess Black, you know.
Yeah.
With fashion, doing fashion shows, designing. Finally, mhlawumbe sengifike kulesigaba selikhabishi where it's light enough for it to make sense in the shape, you know, and to say no, it's not different things. Kambe kuhlangane some way. So there's also ngayibita mixtape at this moment. There's a mixtape that Priestess Black has been indulging in and working on with really great people, really great artists, producers. So that's something you can expect. And the skit is from that,
Yeah.
you know, just giving you, it was, you know, just giving you a little piece and sneak peek of what is in the space right now in our creation of space. Nemesis. It's like I'm coming for all my demons and everybody that's on my way.
Yeah.
You know, we're upping the level. Bosa show earlier would see. There's great quality of work in that sport.
Yeah.
And I think we ought to play with that. I mean, in the video, I was literally in the town and the city of Mbombela, just around, you know. So yeah, that's what's in the pipelines. Many things to come for sure, but obviously mixtape and match very soon.
Itolo bengena kwehlelo le-house music so kunengoma lethi Linda lapha khona lo sesilakanika i-phone number lokuthi how you gonna get to heaven but if ingaphelele number uthini 24647 athi inumber lo itsingako i-prayer yabo kunenumber nawe loyisebenzisile yangaphelele ti-read nombolo takhona ithi 013 uhlangane njani nabo so ikuncede njani ku-journey yakho
013 for me came about Pascal Slash.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Senginangoke lo mgama.
Pascal Slash. Like khona as black people we all know ukuthi sikhulektiwa konke kucanjwa kulungiswe Pascal Slash.
Yeah.
Sihlahla sinemfundi, sinemfombo. It's deeply rooted into the ground. I found home in 013.
Yeah.
Pascal isihlahla leso wathi lo mngam uyagula lo but ke athi sibone, you know. And once we started it just happened and I don't even think it was ever a plan. Lebesinayo engqondweni or a picture ukuthi okay sine sithi siya la.
Yeah.
Yinvo nje lebeyendeka ngesigaba and then one day it's like there's a beautiful trail of 013 women, Mili, Landaba, Zinhle Mashaba, Gumamba, like the best of the best. And again, Katsatsa Ngulungulu from Pasco Slashla and says, now you can join this what's the English word? Yeah, but that word. To be part of such a great family. So yeah, 013 man. Like Talukona in Buya. You know. Ngilagwakiwa khona the mixtape.
Yeah.
You know. Kusekhaya.
Bone manager lencane ngikhumbula siyibona naku Words in My Mouth EP umfana wakho.
Ikhona manager, my biggest fan, he said to me I actually have a video and I post that and he did not stutter.
Yeah.
He said Priestess Black needs 1 million subscribers.
Okay.
I deserve that. 1 million subscribers. And it's also just a great pickup for me because that means for a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
What I was to relate that much, it's one of the reasons where I know God for sure that khona lengwendako ngalesipho lesi, you know.
Mina bantwana ngibafuna esikolweni tinzethe tiphelile nje ababuyele esikolweni angekulunga ma shout out lo ufuna kubanika ama shout out before uhamba.
Kusiyami.
Yeah.
uNkulunkulu wangibusisa ngelibandla lebani bahle lebani ekhanya kanye nempilo. There's a lot. Shout out to you, Prince. I know ukuthi lehlelo lethu has been a long process in coming. Kodwa sifikile. So shout out to you. Mazulu nakavulile it just happened, you know. Shout out to 013. Shout out to Ngamu. Shout out to Mandre Max. Shout out to Pills and Pilisi, guys. Shout out to Roshi. Shout out to myself. Shout out to my family. Shout out to the people that relate to the music and the type of art that I create, you know. Shout out to everyone. And everyone that is watching. We're BombCitySoundz City. It's a privilege for me and an honor. And come back to yourself. And it's what love.
Mina ngibonga ukuthi ubuyile la safike sakhuluma, look at you now. Siyabonga kakhulu. Project yakho imnanzi. Umuhle umsebenzi wakho, uvile la magama lengiwashilo nethi ngeke ngiwashe la kuthi noma sekungentekani, but siyabonga. Ngisho ukuthi uyi great performer, mina ngibukelile ya. Ngiyakuthanda uperform. Yeah, so umsebenzi wakho muhle, keep it up. Lokunye solo sikubuka masayizise abantwana nami ngidawundlulisa nakubaphathi. Khona la sibona ukuthi banganceda njani. Labanganceda khona, but ne team yakho siyabonga umsebenzi omuhle leni wendako nale inspiration lokuye kumntana.
Bonga.
Nginolwazi ngomane akusila ngomane ibhathu la nolwazi ngomane, so make sure ukuthi after akhulumile nebhathu uyasithola lesnika lesitango.
Thank you.